This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're person. This morning at approximately 5 in the morning, I had a bite of tiramisu.
Word. That's wow.
It was left over from the night before, and I woke up because of my little baby boy, and I thought, you know what I need as a special little snack?
Yeah.
Is a tiramisu.
And you had that.
I had just a little bite. We
That's
had a
it?
little bit left, and I just thought, let me scoop off a little bite for myself.
You saved some for your wife?
Well, she already got there was only a little bit left yesterday.
Yeah.
And she sort of had her portion yesterday.
Got it.
And I had my portion at 5 in the morning.
How was it?
Incredible. Tiramisu is, I think, top tier dessert.
Word.
Yeah.
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake's
For
up
me,
there.
yeah.
Oh,
like,
man.
especially juniors in Brooklyn.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's one of those ones. Oh, sponge cake.
Sponge cake.
Ooh, keep it simple.
You know what? I do love a simple dessert.
Mm-hmm.
So, and to me, sometimes, so one of my favorite things ever is wedding cake. With a coffee at like the end of a wedding when you're all you're amped up, you're fucking partying, and then you're like drunk or whatever, and you're just like, oh, just a little slice of cake with coffee. To me, like really puts me down.
You sound like my mother-in-law and my mom.
I think I have
linking
mother-in-law.
for the first time because before I got married, we were looking for venues.
Yeah,
and we went to this spot. First of all, they were smoking inside of the venue, and I was like, "Nah,
cigarettes?
yeah.
No.
This can't be it.
you
Like,
can't.
come on, come on." And we were looking around the place, and they had a coffee thing in the corner, and my mom, and my mother-in-law connected. Like that was like the biggest deal.
Yeah, sure.
And I was like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about coffee at a reception?
Oh, that's funny.
But you just brought that up, and
Yeah.
it brought that memory. Like, oh yeah, I guess people want a little pick me up.
Yeah, it picks me up. It's the sugar
Yeah.
and then the caffeine and like the warm, and then that'll kind of get me going.
Really?
The hot coffee.
You want to drink coffee at the end of the night?
Hell yeah. That's my favorite thing.
Who are you?
I love it. I mean, recently, Kwesi, I've been doing like truly 4 cups a day, and it's too much. And I'm trying to cut back because I found that after 2, I'm no longer getting the good benefits. I'm just getting like the bad, anxious caffeine energy.
What time is your last cup? What time? Wait. We can't get off of this yet.
My last coffee today?
What time is your last cup usually at the end of the day?
I mean, I'll do a 7 p.m. coffee.
Holy shit.
But I try not to, only if I have like editing to do. Because I'll finish my job at Try Guys sometimes, come home, and then be like, well, I had to edit this show. So then it'll be 6, 7, and I'll do a coffee. But that late at night, it's like a moot point. There's no benefit. I'm just making myself anxious. Instead of having a coffee and being like, oh, I feel alive. I just sort of feel worried.
Oh, wow. But it's a comforting thing, probably not at this point.
And I have a temperature sensitive. I'm not going to name the brand name because I've named them so many times that I've converted people to buy them, and then they wouldn't respond to my press email. But I have a temperature controlled mug. And it lowers the coffee to exactly 135 degrees. So it's that perfect sip every time.
You're not fucking around.
I'm not fucking around with it.
Oh, wow.
I'm here with Kwesi James. Kwesi, thanks for doing the show.
Yo, what up, human beings?
Oh, that's
yeah.
Kwesi's classic catchphrase.
You know what I'm saying? What up? What up? What's going on? Wagwan.
Kwesi, I met you briefly at BuzzFeed, but we really didn't talk. And then at Try Guys, you've been doing a ton of stuff, which is cool to see.
Yeah. I've been lucky enough to have fun and play around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also find that of almost every interaction with you, you're very thoughtful and you're a very good listener. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to have you on the show.
Oh, fuck. Thanks. Really?
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
I think that you're very present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that compliment.
With a capital P.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll take that compliment. Thank you. Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, one of the things, so you're obviously on the show. The show's called Perfect Person. We answer people's conundrums of life advice, and we give them flawless advice. Now, Kwesi, what qualifies you today as a perfect person to answer the calls and give people back what they deserve?
Man. So much. I mean, endless.
And it's really endless when you think about it.
It's so much I can't even what?
Yeah.
Like I've one of the, I guess, the gifts that I dealt with as a kid that qualifies me was like I had to overcome like shame.
Yeah, interesting.
Really early and understand shame and like really sit in that shit.
Yeah.
Right? Because I couldn't help it. One, because I have dyslexia. So I went to public school. So in the inner city, you know, everybody's seen like those movies. And like, you know, like reading, writing was hard. And I have like a older brother and a younger brother that are wicked smart. Really academically, like really smart, right? And I'm just like that guy in the family. And the other thing that qualifies for this, which has to deal with shame as well, is that my biological father was on crack as a kid.
Yeah.
And then don't be sad about that, because I mean, if you understand anything about crack or crackheads, as we call them in the city, if you have a crackhead on your side, it's like a fucking secret weapon. Fuck Fiverr or any other fucking like help or like Craigslist. So like you need somebody to paint your house. You need somebody to install a refrigerator for you, or like watch your car when it's parked. Crackheads are the one.
Wow, that's so funny, Kwesi.
So like growing up with that, I had to like be comfortable with like, oh shit, everybody knows my dad's a crackhead in the neighborhood.
Sure.
And it's like, yeah, all right, cool, man. Let's ride with this. Let's ride with this, you know? So yeah, so qualified to give advice and say, hey, yeah, just look on the bright side.
Yeah.
How does this problem, which my therapist says, we have no problems, we have situations.
Yeah.
You always have a choice. Boom.
That's one of the best answers we've ever had on the show. That's incredible. Yeah. I think that, I mean, you have such a great perspective. Every time I encounter you at work, you always have interesting things to say.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like crazy. Well, we're going to get to the phone lines here in a second.
Word.
But people who listen to this show know that if you like the show, you can rate it and subscribe it on all the Apple stores.
Oh, hell yeah.
And if you love the show, you can join us on Patreon, where we have extended episodes, including an extended version of this episode, as well as all the other ones, and an exclusive podcast called Perfect Person Platinum, where I give a master class to the audience.
Support the big homie.
That's absolutely right. Support the big homie. Kwesi, let's get to the phone lines here.
Hi, Miles. This is sort of an urgent question, but I am having like 8 people over tonight for a game night, and I'm very worried about how much food I need to have for these people. And I am hosting for the first time in a minute, so we'll appreciate your help. Thanks so much.
Hell yeah.
So first impulse, Kwesi. Now these people are calling in, and this person, how much food do you offer to a party? And I actually think that there's a couple different right answers here.
8 people. That's the key.
Yeah, right.
All right.
It also depends on what is promised and what the event has promised.
Yeah.
So I think we should give her a call here and get a few more details on what exactly she has going on.
Oh my God, this show is dope. This show is so sick.
When the phone rings, it's so exciting. Every time I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe we're allowed to do this.
Yeah.
Hello, you called Perfect Person because you're having a game night.
I sure am.
Now, I'm here with Kwesi James.
Hello, hello.
Yo, what up?
How are y'all?
Chilling.
So we're doing good, but we need a couple more details about your game night so we can cater your advice perfectly.
Word, who are these freeloaders coming over?
Yeah, who are these freaks coming over to your house?
Yeah, so it's my boyfriend and I's apartment. It's not very big. We're going to have like 3 of his friends and 3 of my friends.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of them might bail, but we'll see. Hopefully they don't. But they're coming over in, what time is it now? 2.5 hours.
And what was the ask when you said we're having people over? What did you say to them? And I want you to use the exact words that you said, because this is going to be critical for what people are expecting. And also, what time are they coming over?
Sure. So they're coming over at 6. It's currently 3:30 here, so a couple hours.
Yeah, okay.
So here's the thing is I didn't really initiate hosting this game night. One of our friends was about to move to Australia.
Yeah.
And he was like, have y'all thought about having a game night? And we were like, sure, let's do it. And then we planned.
The audacity.
The audacity. Can you believe this?
It's yeah.
And here's what I'll say. even though you didn't initiate it, you're about to have 8 hungry ass people coming over to your house at prime time. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Right. That's why I'm stressed.
You're going to need to have calories or these people are going to riot.
For sure. Well, here's the thing. I have that like too much gene where like if I have to do anything, I do way too much of it. So my boyfriend's been trying to be like, no, do less. And now I'm worried we've done too little because he's not here. And I'm starting to get stressed.
Where are you right now? Are you at the grocery store?
Well, no, I was at the grocery store earlier, but now I'm home trying to frantically clean every surface in my home.
Yeah, you're going to need to make another trip.
Shit.
Here's my philosophy on snacking, Kwesi. I think you need a bulker and you need a toner.
Interesting. Talk about it.
So you need...
Yeah, I'd love some more info.
Yeah, that wasn't enough? You need... If you're having people over to your house, you need a calorie-rich bulk food, and then you need to set the tone of the event with some tasteful little items. So to me, a bulker is going to be bread.
Fill that tummy.
Fill that tummy. For a freaking baguette of French loaf for all I care. Yeah. Sliced in a way that is thick. And then you're going to put that on a freaking tray and put it in the oven to warm. So when people come, it's, fresh sounding bread. Because it's not going to be fresh. You got it from the store. But it's going to seem fresh because it's warm. You see what I'm saying? Olive oil, balsamic, salt in a little dish. So you got the bread, you got the olive oil. That's the bulk snack. It's cheap. It's ready to go. Yeah. The toner snack for you is going to be, well, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Oh, we're just getting started with the...
We're just getting started.
Yo, you about to have some...
Yeah.
Yo, you're finished. You go, Mal.
So I'm going to tell you what. You're about to impress your friends and set a precedent for what is acceptable at a get-together. And I want you to...
that's it. Yeah.
I want you to hear me on this. Doritos are not acceptable for adults to have at a get-together.
Talk to.
Unless, no Doritos.
Unless, and this is specific, unless they're in a fancy little bowl.
Heard.
Okay? Because if they're in a fancy little bowl, they're going to seem like a bespoke snack.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Thank you, Kwesi. And now what you're going to want to do is have the freaking bulk snack. And then to me, the little dishes and olives.
I hate olives.
Okay.
Not for Kwesi, though.
Not a fan of the olives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pickles, little cornichons.
Yeah. What did you get? What did you get? What do you have like right now so we can work off of that?
Yeah, that's good.
So right now we have really good pizza. I'm making a sausage dip in my crock pot.
Yeah.
Is the pizza in the oven right now?
Chicken sliders. No, the pizza's coming from a place. We're ordering a pizza. I outsourced that.
Yeah.
God, that's smart. Smart.
That's really smart. Yeah. Now, you said you have sliders in the oven?
Well, they will be in the oven. They're not in the oven yet because they would get cold.
Yeah, you're good.
They will be in the oven later.
Yeah,
Is it?
You're definitely good.
The fancy house.
Fancy house. Yeah. Sliders in the oven and a crock pot going.
Yeah. What are the beverages? What are we sipping on?
Yeah.
I've got I'm literally walking to my bar cart right now, but I know we just bought a nice bottle of bourbon.
Nice.
And we've got a pretty stocked bar cart. And I also grabbed some like sparkling non-alcoholic lemonade for my pals who don't want to drink today.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So we're getting to that age where we're not all on the same page there anymore every time.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think that you're right on the money there, by the way. You're doing great, by the way. You didn't need to call in.
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
The only thing I would say, did you inform the guests? Like, did you say, hey, and did you give them hey, you guys bring dessert?
No, because I also made a cake.
You didn't need to call in at all. You're crushing it.
A cake?
I also have a dessert snacking board with like little cakes and like Rice Krispies and stuff.
Do you do this for a living?
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm stressed.
You started a catering business for 8 friends, but like you don't need to be worried about this.
What? Can I invite you to my house?
Yeah, I was like, Jesus. Here I thought I was being smart by saying olives. And
and the pizza's coming later.
There are no olives.
Yeah.
They don't even know
That's right.
that the pizza, like, second meal is coming.
Your second meal is coming.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so you've got it fully under control. And just for my own morbid
Okay, great. Thank
curiosity,
you.
what types of board games are you playing?
We've got the like Disney villainous ones, and then we've
Oh.
also got a bunch of just like silly party games.
That's
where
really
there's
fun.
like half of the
Nice.
crowd's really into games and half casually into games. So trying to strike both.
You're about to have the best night of your life.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling in,
Wow.
but you're going to be totally fine. And honestly, we have to save the
Okay,
time and get
thank
to
you
other
for
callers who need us more.
Great job.
Fair enough. Well, I appreciate the reassurance.
Absolutely. You have a fantastic game night.
Yeah. Y'all you have a great day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Wow.
What?
Wow. She was already crushing
I
it.
mean, yeah, levels.
She didn't need to be worried about
I
it.
wanted to ask her for advice.
I was like, what should I bring to my... How do you make those chicken sliders?
Yeah. I love gatherings with friends and eating. The part I don't like is like, I don't know what game I guess we're gonna play. I didn't grow up playing games I gather.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That was never a thing until like I kind of went to college. My thing was just like,
Yeah.
when we're gonna put the Caribbean music on and start grinding on each other.
Hell yeah, man.
That was our parties. Lights go down.
Yeah.
It's cold outside, and we're playing West Indian music, and it's
I mean, that's fucking great. It's the blast.
I didn't know people play games. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like I didn't really play that many games in high school or anything like that. In college, definitely. Like, I feel like that was the time. And recently, like, we don't really have board game nights with a lot of people, but we'll play Werewolf.
What's that?
Werewolf is a game. It's like Mafia. It's the same game, pretty much.
Just played that a couple years ago.
Love that.
Yeah,
I play that all the time, and because it's just like a really good party game.
Yep.
Problem is, you need an MC, like somebody who's going to facilitate, who's really like good at it
and into that shit.
and into that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that for the first time. Weirdly enough, at BuzzFeed, I got away with murder because I went on tour with this British band.
Yeah.
And then they were playing, Mafia.
Yeah, sure.
And no one gave me any context what the hell was happening. I just walked in, I sat to the side. I was like, yo, I think they're like in a cult. Yo, this is like, what the hell is
sitting
happening?
in a circle.
Yeah, like what the hell is happening? And then some person was like, well, yeah, and then we started killing people. And then it was the wolf and the blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, what the hell's going on?
Well, let's take another call here because the people are struggling out there.
Hi, Miles. So I have a little bit of a conundrum. I slept with my best friend's brother, and she doesn't know. But she did see us in her bed the next morning when we woke up together. And she won't talk to me. She won't talk to me. And now she hates me and is talking a lot of shit about me. So please help. Thanks.
You know what's funny about this is she's like, she definitely doesn't know. But for some reason she won't talk to me.
I wonder why.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how discreet you thought you were being. But she saw you in bed together.
Damn.
Yeah. So we're going to have to get the details on this situation.
Give us the tea.
We're going to need that tea.
Yeah.
Hello, you hooked up with your best friend's brother, and we're here to tell you.
Oh my God, hi.
This is Miles, by the way. This is Miles, and I'm here with Kwesi James.
Yo.
Oh my God. Hey.
What's up? So we're going to need a little bit more details about your conundrum.
Spill the tea.
Spill the tea, and I'm going to hit the motion sensor light.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. So I was like really good friends with this like girl. Like we were like besties.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like I stayed with her like all the time. And so I kind of had like a little thing for her brother.
Okay.
But like I wasn't going to tell her about it because like it's her brother. And I was like, that's going to end the friendship. I can't do that. And it's Kate. I'm sure you can hear her laughing. My best friend's like with me. It's a different friend.
Oh, okay, got it. I was a little worried. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, no, I'm telling her right now. But so me and him had like this encounter. And so like we were all drinking by the pool and everything. And I kind of like went down there and he's like, hey, grab me a drink. And I was like, okay. So I brought him a drink. And then I went back up. But that night he texted me and was like, hey, can you come down here? Because it's like in a basement. And so I walked down there. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. And I walked down there. And then I was down there for like hours. And my like friend didn't know where I was. But I guess he just went to sleep.
What were you doing down there?
Kwesi. We know what she was doing down there.
That's what happened.
We know what is up.
Yeah, so we like hooked up in the basement. But then we went back up and like because like their bed situation's messed up.
Yeah.
But so we went in her like room because she wasn't in there and we fell asleep in her bed.
Oh,
and then she woke up the next morning and came in there.
Yeah,
wait,
so you
in
were
her own
like,
bed.
You were like, okay, I murdered somebody, and then I just thought I'd sleep on the body. I'd sleep on the chief of police's bed with the body. That's insane. Why would you do that?
I was very sleep deprived. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning, and I went down there at midnight.
Yeah, and then was she in her bed too?
No.
Where was she?
Yeah.
She was not in her bed. She was in her mom's bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
it was a very strange situation.
Wait, so you had sex with your best friend's brother, and then you slept in your best friend's bed?
Yeah, this is insane. Like it sounds like you were not trying to be discreet, by the way. And also, you said in your voicemail, I don't think she knows. She definitely knows. What are you talking about?
I don't think she knows we slept together.
1,000,000%. You literally, she walked in on you sleeping together.
Yeah, literally happened.
She walked in on you in bed together. That's like the cartoon version of what her finding out would be.
Yeah, it just wasn't the scene.
Yeah.
She hasn't like said anything to me about it.
Yeah, that's what people do when they're kind of upset.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she's mad. Which first of all, I mean, let's get to that. One, okay, in terms of like when people hook up with their friends' siblings, it's like, I don't know that your friend really has a right to be mad. If anything, I guess the right that she has to be like annoyed by this is that you didn't talk to her about it first. You know what I mean? That it's like close to the family. I guess like you would want to communicate that with her if this was going to be something you were going to do. But ultimately, like, I don't know, like it makes sense. It's like someone that's around that, yeah.
Is this a relationship or something? Is it gonna go any further? Or you just want to have sex with the young man?
So that's the thing. So this has like progressed. We're now dating.
Oh, shit.
And are you not talking to your friend still?
She stopped talking to me completely and then told him a bunch of bad things about me.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, how well does she know you?
It wasn't like a very long friendship, but we were very close in said friendship, I feel like.
Okay, so do you think that you're the toxic one in this conundrum? And I'm not accusing you too. Okay, okay, got it. I was gonna be like, I'm not accusing you of anything, but
I fucked up.
You fucked up. Okay, cool.
Yeah, she should protect her little brother. God,
yeah, I think that makes sense. Like, I guess it's like, yeah, if like all of a sudden, yeah. Well, and then what do you need advice about? Like, do you want to reconnect with this friend? Or do you want to,
yes,
are you looking to apologize?
That's the problem.
Okay, got it. You want to reconnect. Well, we can handle that. We can definitely handle that. So here's what you need to do. You're still dating the brother, right?
Yeah.
So you need to kind of like you need to do a big apology ultimately. Yeah. Like, you need to be like, hey, I miss you, and I'd love to, like, can I buy you a freaking mocha? Or even a latte.
Okay.
She could be lactose, though.
She could be lactose. Yeah. so in case she's lactose, we'll give you a backup piece of advice.
Okay.
Take her to a barnyard dance. You know?
True.
You could take her to a Starbucks and get her a see what I did there? Latte. And I think that you just need to, let her know, hey, I'm sorry this spontaneously happened. I wasn't planning on it, but then I obviously have feelings for your brother. It has nothing to do with you, but I really should have told you first, and I should have communicated that clearly. You know, I think that just like you just have to be authentic, and that's like the hardest thing to do because like, yeah. How old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay, got it. So you're pretty young, and I think that especially at this age, it's really difficult to express big thoughts like this you have to be very vulnerable in order to apologize to someone. And you also have to mean it in order to apologize to someone. And when you mess up, it's important to do if you want to sustain the friendship. But you also have to be prepared for doing all that you can do and expecting her to not change.
But Miles, wait, do you feel like you messed up?
Yes.
Okay, got it. So I think that, if you feel like you messed up, then you kind of need to do a big apology. But also remember that you can apologize and your friend cannot reciprocate. Your friend can kind of just be like, oh, well, I still feel annoyed by this.
Yeah, she's allowed.
Your friend's allowed to feel however she wants, and then you kind of got to let it simmer. But at least you'll know that you've done everything that you can possibly do.
And you got a man too. Look at you.
And you got a man on your arm too.
Hey, play like a Destiny's Child song as you apologize. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, you got this. I mean,
yeah.
You seem like you have good intentions, and relationships start and relationships end, and it's your journey. And hey, this could be your husband one day if you want that. And
I think
that'll be a funny story. Yeah. I think you guys should get married and don't invite her to the wedding. I mean,
why not?
But yeah, I mean, you're always gonna have feelings. I mean, it seems like the only reason you care is because you care for your friend.
Yeah.
If you didn't care for your friend, you wouldn't care about this whole below deck situation you have going on. But
the below deck situation, the basement kind of
basement conundrum.
Canoodling. Yeah. You know what I'll also say is that an apology is not a one-step process. In my humble opinion, as a freaking perfect person myself,
an
apology is like a 10-step defense.
Talk about it.
Defense is not the right word, but we're going to go with it. To me, an apology happens. I wrong you, Kwesi, and I come to you and I say, I'm really sorry. And then after I've said I'm really sorry, you're going to reciprocate most likely with like, yeah, well, this really upset me. And here's like if someone's really upset about something, it's not apology, you're forgiven. That's almost never how it goes.
Yeah.
It would be like, I'm apologizing to you. Then you're like, well, yeah, this really hurt my feelings because like you did this. And then so that was one. And then two is I can totally hear that and I'm really sorry. And most likely the more upset the person's going to be, the more like safeguards they're going to keep giving you. Like, I hear that you're sorry, but like you're not understanding this portion of this.
Wow.
And then you have to continue to apologize down the line. Because it's like, I find that an apology is a premeditated action that ultimately just means that you want this to all go away.
Word.
But to be able to sustain the apology for a full conversation and not get defensive when you apologize to her, like, I'm sorry this happened. And she's like, yeah, you kind of like ruined everything about our friendship. What you can't do is then be like, well, literally it's fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to continue to feel sorry throughout hearing this person. And whether rational or not, like whether she throws out crazy shit like, well, you actually broke the pool or whatever. Even if it's not true, you kind of just got to be like, look, I can hear that. And I wasn't thinking about that. Like, you just have to hear the person because ultimately people just want to feel heard.
Yeah.
And what you can't do is just get defensive because it'll ultimately not help.
I dig that. If the relationship is worth saving.
If it's worth that. I mean,
if it's worth saving, go for it. If you want to date a brother and keep this hot basement sex going.
Yeah.
Cool.
Jesus.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But anyway, we hope this has been helpful. What's your plan? You're going to do this?
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna text her first.
Yeah.
Because she's very like scary and confrontational.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna text her first.
Yeah.
But then we're just gonna see where that goes, and I'm gonna try my best.
You got to try your best. That's all you can do.
Hey, bring your boyfriend.
Definitely don't bring the
Oh,
boyfriend.
word? He should walk out.
You should walk
halfway
out.
through it.
Yeah, he's your
and
barista.
then you guys come together. you guys come
Here's
together.
your soy lattes, girls. And then he goes away.
She's aggressive, so you may need backup.
Yeah.
Bring mace.
Bring mace.
Yeah, just in case it gets real.
Have a getaway car.
Have a getaway car.
Yeah.
Have a number.
Yeah.
Type it in. Don't press.
Don't press send.
Yeah,
wait.
yet.
Yeah, that's right. Have a
wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A dummy phone.
A dummy, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, get out there and keep banging your friend's brother,
Yeah.
but say you're sorry about it.
Peace. Talk to you later.
Got it. Sounds perfect.
Thanks for calling in.
Wow.
Thank you, and congratulations to you and Sarah.
Oh, yeah, that's very sweet. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling, and we'll talk to you later. All right, let's take another call here.
Hey, Miles. I'd like to remain anonymous for reasons you'll find out in the question. I am in a state where something is kind of not that legal, but I use that thing. So I'm wondering, if your mom calls you when you're high, how do you act not high? Or do you just not answer the phone? But also, what if she comes looking for you? I need answers. Preferably quick. I think my mom's about to call.
So good.
Huge.
Congrats on the baby. Bye.
Absolutely. We're going to give this person a call right away.
Hells yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
Hello.
Hello, it's the cops calling because you smoked weed.
Oh, no. We don't smoke here. We just eat edibles.
Oh, nice. Very good. Well, I'm just kidding. Obviously, this isn't the Whoop Whoop 5-0. It's Miles Bonsignore, and I'm here with Kwesi James.
What up?
Oh, my gosh. Literally just thinking you should have Kwesi on the show the other day.
I know. Great idea, right? So tell me about your conundrum. You've been smoking weed, and you're like not wanting to talk to your mom when you're stoned.
Yeah. So, like, mom's been through a lot this week. Like, she found her friend dead.
Oh my God.
Like, right? Like, mom needs weed more than me.
I was about to say that, and I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah, your mom needs to have a little. Wait, your mom found her friend dead?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like, had to call the cops. Right? So, like, mom's been through a lot. I've been going to visit after work lately. The lady had 4 dogs. So they're having to like find homes for the dogs. So my mom's ended up with 2 dogs, hasn't had dogs in years. Like, it's been a week, okay?
Your mom's a saint. Originally, I was just going to be like, just tell your mom you're high or something like that. But you don't want to rattle the cage right now.
Your mom's going through some shit.
No, it's not that I was doing any form of drugs, she would disown me. It's
She would
fine.
disown
And like,
you.
I love it.
Yeah, I understand that a lot of people have that relationship with their parents where they can't really talk about.
Like, I'm in Kentucky, so that's some context.
Okay, got it. You're in Kentucky. And first of all, I mean, marijuana should obviously be legal everywhere. And it sucks that it's not. But the secondary problem, so your mom's calling and you are stoned and you're sort of like, what's my game plan when I pick up the phone? Because you also, my other answer was like, well, maybe just don't answer the call. But no, your mom, if your mom's calling right now, your mom kind of needs some help.
And she's probably going to come looking for you. If you answer the phone.
That's right, because she's worried.
Yeah.
She's in an anxious state.
Yep. Go. Hey, what's your advice, Miles?
Right off the dome, lead with love. Because to me, when I'm stoned, I'll get emotional. And I'll kind of be able to just be like, hey, or questions. To me, it's like, if you start talking about something that's in your life, you're going to get distracted. You might just kind of go off and your mom's going to be like, why are you talking so, like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
But instead of that, just be like, Mom, so like, wait, so like, tell me about your childhood.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like let your mom in a little bit.
Yeah, hiding that you're high from anyone is hard.
Oh, it's so difficult.
Yeah, it's kind of blowing your fucking high at that point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And then kudos for you finding marijuana in Kentucky. Bless up yourself.
Yeah.
And like, oh shit. Yo, you telling me the situation that your mom found her friend who's unfortunately died, that meant, your mom's going through some shit. Right now, she doesn't need to know that you smoke weed. No. Yeah, for sure. I think my advice would be just, oh shit, I don't know.
Yeah, this is tough because you don't want to like when you're, it's rare now that I'm stoned and I'm trying to pretend not to be stoned. I almost have to take it back to high school or something. When I was in high school and I'd be stoned, trying to pretend like I wasn't stoned.
Yeah.
I'd try to like be really like normal. I try to just be like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm doing okay. Like, I'm actually doing really good. I'm going to go into my room now. Which I remember one time I came home and I was definitely stoned. And my parents were like, were you smoking weed out there? And I was like, no. And then I started to laugh. And they were like, oh, fucking come on. Yeah. And I was just like, I have to go to my room. And I like, went to my room. Yeah. But I just was like, I think that you just have to kind of like ask a lot of questions. And maybe also smoke weed at a time of night where she's most likely not going to call.
Oh, fuck. This is so hard.
This is difficult. Yeah.
Yo, you sound like a cool human being. Man, this is, it is the truth. Yeah, you give off a nice little vibe there. Know what I'm talking about? But
you're cool dude.
Yeah. So
I love you guys.
Cheers. But it seems like when I'm stoned, I overcomplicate everything. Yeah. And that's kind of why I like being kind of high.
But also, it's fairly new to me. So,
welcome to the club, yo.
Welcome.
I got my first edible was 2 days ago.
Oh my gosh.
She jumped right into the fire.
Wow. Enjoy. That's fantastic. Well, first of all, that's amazing.
Well, you can get it in Kentucky. It's like online. The YouTube ads probably before this video.
Oh yeah, Diet Smoke is one. It's Delta 9.
Oh, you can like mail it or something?
Yeah, it's actually legal. They're not a sponsor of this episode, but they have sponsored old episodes. Yeah, where there's different types of THC, different strains of THC that are federally legal because they are like a different chemical compound. But I took one and definitely was still ripped up.
You felt that shit?
Oh yeah. Wow. So like it's But yeah, no, I'll say with like with it because I love taking edibles. I haven't been taking edibles recently because of my young son, and it's like I feel comfortable having a glass of wine. He's so small. I don't yet feel comfortable being a little bit stoned. I'll get there for sure soon because like that's one of the I find that that's a more sustainable way for me to relax. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say like first of all, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to being stoned because I find that it really unlocks a lot for a lot of people.
You're on drugs.
You're on drugs.
You two influenced me, I think.
Really?
The pod.
We are changing hearts and minds out there, Kwesi.
Yo.
We are telling people, go out there and get stoned.
The fucking DARE program, man. Like,
whatever the opposite of.
You want to hear the journey? This is it's been like a month and a half journey.
How you feeling? How you feeling on the
Yeah.
So like I have a lot of anxiety. Yeah. Long backstory, super short. My parents are dead. The mom in question is a stepmom that adopted me. Love her. She's my mom. That's the long of it. The short of it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I have a lot of anxiety. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I got to do something. Like my brain is spiraling. I have to do something. So I talked to a friend, and I've never drank alcohol before.
Oh wow!
Like it's Kentucky. There's like two sides of Kentucky: the bourbon drinkers and the Christians. And I lean one direction, but I'm kind of flipping the other direction because I got to do something. So I tried alcohol for the first time like a month ago.
Yeah, you're sort of having a new awakening. You're trying different things to see what works for you.
The alcohol was not. It didn't do well. Mm-hmm. I have a history of stomach problems. Yeah. It was bad.
No, alcohol's hard on your system too. If you're not used to drinking, it can be hard on your system. Even if you are used to drinking, like I haven't been drinking that much recently, and I had what if I have a whiskey at a Valentine's Day party, and I was hungover for like 2 days. Yeah, I just didn't like my body's not what it used to be. But I find that that's one of the things that and Kwesi, maybe we can speak to if there's listeners out there who are not interested in being stoned or have never gotten stoned. I think that to me, my experience with marijuana was that in high school, we got really stoned all the time. And then I stopped because I got too stoned one time. It freaked me out. Yep. Got too anxious.
Probably gravity bong.
Yeah, dude, literally I hit a bong. I think marijuana should be legal, but I think that bongs should be illegal.
Gravity bong should be outlawed.
It'll fuck your ass up. So I got too stoned, freaked me out. And then did not really, every once in a while I smoke weed and stuff, but then in the pandemic, and it's California. Mm-hmm. Me and my friends were like, me and Sarah and our roommate were like, let's just try to get back into getting stoned. And it really was such a help during the pandemic to be able to have something that was not alcohol, that was like such a depressant that like hurt me, to be able to kind of just like relax myself over the course of the pandemic. And you got to start small with edibles. But
yep. You're on a roller coaster and you're strapping.
Yeah.
Small, and I didn't. So yeah, that was like 2 days ago. I took a half. So today I'm like comfortably high. I'm comfortable. I'm on the couch. My cat's on my lap. It's a great.
Man, that's
peace.
Peace. The best.
Yes, peace. Yeah, I think the anxiety comes from the judgment.
Sure.
And that's something everyone who tries any drug would have to like come to peace with. If it's like self-control. Am I doing too much?
I slept better the last 2 nights than I have in years. Yeah. I woke up this morning with energy. Who wakes up on a Saturday morning with energy? Runners.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
Runners are dumb.
Runners are dumb. That's absolutely right.
Yeah, they don't smoke weed.
Yeah. Runners don't smoke. Anyway, well, thank you so much for calling in. And just remember, ask questions and show your mom some love.
True. Healing energy to your mom. Healing energy, healing energy, healing energy.
I'm so sorry that your mom's going through that. That's horrible.
I love you guys so much.
Big love. Absolutely big love to Kentucky. All right. You have a great night.
Kentucky loves you back.
Okay, gotcha. All right, bye-bye. Man, that made me want to take a big fat edible tonight. Anyway, I was like, man, I miss like so much during the pandemic, just getting stoned and playing video games. It was like really all we did.
It's
the best.
Yep, I like weed. Yeah, I wanna.
That's the pull quote.
I wanna. One of these days, when you have some time, because I know you have a kid, let's take an edible and go to Six Flags.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. That would be so fucking fun.
I just did it the other day and it was amazing.
100% I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made the roller coaster ride just like, oh shit. It took it to the next level.
How far is Six Flags? That's fucking amazing.
I'll tell you. I got a secret for you. Yeah. We'll let's go to Six Flags.
Dude, that would be so fucking fun.
Let's do it.
I'm in. I'm absolutely in.
Yeah.
All right, let's take one last call here. We've got one about a cranky boyfriend. Here we go.
Hi, Miles. So, I've been recently talking to this guy, and he invited me to watch one of his sports games, and he lost really badly, and I got the ick. So I don't know what to do. Please help. Thank you.
What do you do about a loser boyfriend?
Word. She got the ick? With the ick?
The ick is something people say when they're just like the ugh. Like, oh.
From the boyfriend.
Yeah, from the boyfriend losing in his game. Wow. I'm curious to see. I don't quite get if she watched him play sports and he lost and she's like, ew. Yeah. Or if she watched him watch a game.
I bet it's the latter.
Like an NFL game or something like that.
I bet it's the latter. Probably the Super Bowl.
Oh, absolutely. It could be the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Oh my God, hello?
Hi, you called perfect person and we're here to call you back.
I don't know how. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my God, this is insane.
What up?
Hi, how's it going? Thanks so much for calling in and listening to the show. We heard, and I'm here with Kwesi James, by the way.
What up?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, this is so flattering, by the way. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's very sweet. So anyway, we had some clarifying questions about your conundrum. And you recently went and saw, did you see your boyfriend play a game, like a basketball game, or did you go to watch him watch a game, like an NFL game?
First off, he's not my boyfriend. We've just been talking. But he's, I know. I'm trying to okay, it's fine. I don't think he'll ever see this, so I'm just going to say it. He plays for the squash team at my university.
Your boyfriend.
I know.
That's so.
Talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it. So tell me, first of all, what squash is using your own words. Because
oh my God, Miles. When people crab walk and hit a ball against a wall.
When people crab walk?
Yes.
Does he need goggles for this game?
Is he wearing goggles? Are they in the white room?
Yes, sports glasses. Yes, that's the one.
That squash is when they're in the weird white room and they're like, ah! And it's really loud?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, got it. So your boyfriend is on the squash team, and you saw him like he was like, "Hey," or not even your boyfriend. Sorry, this is a guy that you're like casually talking to that you think is like a situationship is something people throw around.
That's what, I see it.
Yeah, basically.
And how do you know this? How do you know this situationship?
Through orientation, he was in my Zoom thing because COVID was happening.
Yeah.
And I thought he was cute on the Zoom thing. So I followed him on Instagram and didn't do anything about it for 2 years. And then he sent me a like on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is fate, right? Because it's all coming back. It's all going full circle. And then, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you were playing the long game. You said, let's follow each other on Instagram, and 2 years later, I'm going to come watch your squash game lose. Now, so explain to me what you saw and how you felt.
Okay, so the collegiate squash championships are in Pennsylvania right now. So I watched this via YouTube stream.
Got it.
Not only was it the most unflattering angle I've ever seen, but he lost so badly I couldn't watch anymore.
You're like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
To lose so badly at squash, a sport that I don't even know what it looks like.
I can't visualize it right now.
No, that's tough. So now let's give him the benefit of the doubt here. Yeah. Now you guys have been kind of flirty. You've been flirty messaging back and forth.
Right. Yes.
Got it. So you've been flirting, and did he ask you to? Was he like, you should watch my game, or did you happen upon yourself to watch the game?
He requested me to.
Got it.
He's not even their boyfriend.
He's not even really the boyfriend. It seems like it's sort of like
red flags.
Yeah, this feels, I mean, it's tough because I don't want to set a precedent on the show that if you lose, if you lose at sports, you're unlovable. Which I don't want to set that precedent, Kwesi, because I don't think it's fair.
It's not.
But I totally get that if you were, if you're like, if someone's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, yo, girl, you should definitely check out my squash game. Yeah. And then the game just kind of, it's like him sweating from a top down angle.
Yeah.
And then he kind of loses. And you say so badly. What was the score at the end? Or like an approximate of so badly?
Right.
Okay. So the first round, he scored 3 points versus 11.
Yeah.
And then 5 points versus 11.
Damn.
And then 9 points versus 11. It was so painful.
Got the ass kicked.
Yeah, he got his ass kicked in front of his friends and family. And presumably presumably the love of his life, you.
Yeah, did his goggles fog up?
Yeah, his goggles are foggy.
Yeah,
foggy goggles at the squash game. Yeah.
Can I jump in? What's your name?
My name is Zoe.
Zoe. It's a beautiful name. Zoe,
Thank you.
You just fell into the best opportunity ever because you saw like this person for who he was.
Yeah.
He just...
And what is that? Because again, are you implying that who he is a loser?
A little bit, but...
He has another match at 5. Which he also requested me to watch.
Send me the link. But
yeah, please. No, no. I need to see some squash now.
I do feel bad for him, but it's just not even his fault. He needs somebody that's going to understand what it is to play in squash and what it means to lose and how that's like part of a bigger story, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that person's not you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that what he's doing is so wrong. I'm trying to give this guy, I'm trying to save this guy.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, there are definitely people out there
Yeah.
that would understand, oh, you lost in squash. Like, man, I've been there. And I know what it feels like to lose in squash. And I know what it feels like to fight for something and not get it. And that makes us stronger because every single time we lose, the next freaking game is going to make us.
I'm waiting for the squash Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
Right? I'm waiting for that moment where it's a documentary where
genius.
I understand squash and I understand his pain.
Yeah.
But right now,
no, I don't care.
Yeah, I do have additional information that might put this more into context if you're willing to hear.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
First off, a little background on this guy. He is on my school's esports team and is captain of the Rocket League division.
Okay, easy. Let's all settle down. Because we're not going to ostracize him for being a gamer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. I tried so hard.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm still here. But he was so confident.
He needs and you know what though? That's helpful to know because to me, all this is saying is that this guy needs a gamer girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or at the very least a squash girlfriend.
That's what I'm saying.
He needs a gamer and/or /squash girlfriend to be able to understand both how to crush it in Rocket League on a fundamental level and how to hit the squash ball so hard that it bounces off the freaking wall.
Oh, there's a ball. Oh,
there's
God.
a ball.
Okay, got it.
There's a ball.
All right.
Yeah, there's
All
a ball.
right. That's more information. Got it.
For anyone in the rest of the class that doesn't know that there's a ball in squash. There's definitely a ball, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're just not the person for him, and that's okay.
And that's all.
That's all okay. But he's gonna find someone who is a gamer squash player.
More room is gonna open up for both parties to find like their person.
That's right.
And that's kind of why we're like around searching for people, right?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for calling in. You get out there and don't date this guy. All right. Thanks so much.
Peace.
Thank you so much. I love you.
Yeah, you're amazing. Thanks for listening to the show, and you have a fantastic night.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Wow, she was so sweet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like cool people. I like talented, cool people.
Yeah.
You know, you get that Hollywood thing where someone's like a big director or whatever, or actor, and then then you meet them like they're an asshole.
Oh my God, all the time.
Yep, and it's so dope when you meet someone at the top of their game.
Yeah, and they rule.
Cool. Yeah.
And there's so many. That is part of the LA part of it that's so weird. It's like people do just feel like there's something weird that happens to a lot of people who get successful where they all of a sudden like. I think it's also that they believe the hype, and I think that that's such a flaw. Like obviously. This is like so far removed from the squash player because I don't think he's believing the hype. He's good at squash. But that's so funny. Yeah. But no, but I think there's something weird in LA where people are like, it's like YouTube comments, right?
Yeah.
There's this idea that it's like, oh, like, you know, fuck the haters, right? And then like this thing of like fuck the haters. And I was listening to this podcast, I forget who, but the guy was also being like, well, if you say fuck the haters, you also have to say fuck the lovers as well. Because both of the people who are commenting are people who fucking love whatever you're doing and fucking hate whatever you're doing. And both of them are wrong in a way. And you can't believe the hype of you're the best ever, you're so amazing, nothing you do is flawed. You can't believe that either. Because if you start to believe that, then you are building your ego up to a point where you're gonna like have no touch with reality.
So true.
You know? So you can't believe the negative stuff either because that's also bullshit, clearly. But you can't buy too much into it. And you have to just be a decent person and be nice to people.
You gotta both comments of negativity and positivity.
Yeah.
It's almost the same type of deal. You gotta let that joint just go.
Yeah. Well, I think it's in the internet, just nuance dies on the internet too. Like Twitter or whatever. I feel like recently I've been so frustrated with how you know, people just want to take whatever anyone else said as in bad faith. So it's like, let me take what you said and just put it into the worst possible way that you could have said it and then be defensive of that instead of being defensive of You know, so, like it's like somebody being like, I love peanut butter.
Yeah.
And someone tweeting back at them being like, you're not thinking of the millions of people with peanut allergies.
Right.
And it's like, that's not what we're talking about.
That's so interesting. Yeah. If I was a better speller, I'd be on Twitter. I'm so happy I'm not on Twitter.
Dyslexia,
yeah, I'm dyslexic. Because I know I'm gonna try to say some shit that's witty and misspell like a motherfucker,
that's
dude.
So funny.
If I only knew how to spell right,
yeah,
I would have been killing it on Twitter, dude.
I mean, it'd be funny if like all of a sudden just like autocorrect on everyone's phone stopped working. It would really reveal to me personally how bad of a speller I am. Yeah. Or like I just am constantly relying on it's like, oh, well, if I spell want, W-N-A-T, I'm just going to keep going because it's going to correct it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going back and rechanging it.
There's never a random tweet by me.
No,
There's never like, oh, spur of the moment, this is happening. I'm like, fucking restaurant is hard as fuck, bro.
That's right. It's hard to spell.
Rest.
That's a tricky one.
Yeah. Fucking restaurant.
That's a tricky one.
And then like there and there, baby, which one is the I one or the E one?
That's so funny.
Yeah, man. But man, yeah, I struggle.
Yeah.
With just like always remembering like try to be kind.
Yeah.
Because everyone, even when someone's not being kind to you. Long story short, everyone who's super kind in spite are some of the coolest people to me.
Yeah. You just have to, people are so interesting if you just give them a chance, I find. Like instead of, being judgmental or whatever, just if you give people a chance, everybody has interesting stuff going on in their lives. If they, at the very least, if they feel confident enough to reveal it. Everyone has some fascinating thing about them. Well, we're sort of naturally segueing into it, but Kwesi, that's time for our final segment of the show.
Oh.
A segment we like to call Get Real. This is a segment where we force a genuine moment in an effort to learn more about each other and ourselves.
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, Kwesi, you're obviously, I've said this before, very thoughtful, very kind, very charismatic. And I'm fascinated to learn about your childhood. What is something, and it could be a singular event, that you feel shaped you as a human being, that you feel like you don't necessarily talk about a lot, but in your mind, when you're thinking of grand life events, this is one of those things.
Beautiful. This came later in life.
Okay, yeah.
Because earlier today we were talking about like I was dealing with like shame.
Yeah.
And here's two moments that I was like, holy shit. This is like example of life, right?
Yeah.
Here's the first moment.
Yeah.
I told you my dad was a crackhead, right?
Yeah.
Right, cool. So one time he would have like these odd jobs.
Yeah.
And I'll never see him, but then I was like bump into him in the street. Like, holy shit, my fucking dad. And he had a shaved ice machine. You ever seen? It's a big New York thing. Like, it's manual. You shave the ice.
Yeah.
And you throw it in there with the syrup and its different flavors.
Yeah.
He was doing that one year. And then I was like, oh, my dad's a crackhead, but he got this fucking shaved ice machine. Nobody else father has this shit. It's the second time.
Yeah.
Didn't see my pops in a long time. Comes over to my house one time because we didn't live together. He came over to my house. He had a Nintendo 64 still in the box. It was open, but it's still in the box.
Yeah.
And it just came out. I was like, I know he stole that shit from somewhere. But we just got a Nintendo 64 with Cruising USA, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
So all this, man, you're embarrassed that your dad is on this.
Yeah.
But again, when a person who's on crack is on your side.
Yeah, right.
Helping you and getting you all these odd things.
Yeah, right.
It's like a gift of life that you can either look at as a curse or you can just say, hey, this is pretty funny. This is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
And it is what it is.
In some way, that's like an expression of love, or at the very least, like thinking about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Word.
Like, here's this gift. Here's this Nintendo 64.
He's going to use his crackheady skills to get me as a kid, as an 8-year-old, like, holy shit, this is cool as shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that rules. That's really beautiful.
Just all perspective. You have a choice.
Totally.
Like, how are you gonna look at like what's happening in your life? And sometimes like these things that you think is a curse, it's such a gift.
Yeah.
Never forget that.
Right as the music crescendoed, you nailed it right on the head.
Hell yeah.
Kwesi, thank you so much for doing the show, man.
Thank you for having me. I feel it's a pleasure. I'm honored.
Yeah, no, you're such a fantastic guest. And what do you got going on? Anything to plug coming up, or your social handles or anything?
Yeah. Well, social handles for sure. It's KWESI_James, Kwesi James. And just like, I would like to hear like what people want from me. Is like, like, should I write something?
Oh, interesting.
Or should I make a show? Let's see why.
That is such a valuable perspective, I think. Like, you're sort of like, you feel like you have a lot of different creative pathways to go down.
Big time.
And you're not quite sure which one to pick?
Yeah, and I don't want to just, like, anything I do some way, like, should, like, help, right? So it's like...
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Like, what would you like, or what would you like to hear? Let's see.
Yeah. That's sick. Well, Tim, thanks for doing the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. And everyone out there, remember that no matter what your struggles are, perfection is only a call away.
That was a Headgum podcast.